up, guys? As you can see, I just almost killed a motherfucking cat. Wow, that was just luck starting out the video like that. Anyway, the cat lived. No animals were harmed during the making of this film. Yet. Anyway, I just left the interview for that job I was telling you guys about, which is just a regular warehouse job. Apparently it's going to be a very, very physical job, which suits me beautifully. Hold on. Let me buckle my seatbelt. That's not me running out of gas. By the way, that is my seatbelt. Anyway, interview I think went really well. What they do there is they have a series of interviews. You have one, then you have a follow-up, and then if they want you, they send you to orientation. Pretty typical. Anyway, it went really well. The guy interviewed me seemed like a cool guy, and got along pretty well. So anyway, on my way back home from that, just kind of thinking about things. And interviews are cool, man, because they're nerve-wracking, of course, always. But the cool thing about an interview is that they ask you these questions that you don't normally ask yourself on a daily basis, and it makes you think about what your answers to those questions really are. On the spot, it's kind of hard, but then you get to kind of think about it afterwards and think like, wow, I probably could have had a better answer for that if it wasn't on the spot, if I had time to think about it. And that is what is really cool about fitness and bodybuilding. It's you get to plan out what it is that you want to achieve. You get to decide what your goals are going to be, and then you go after them. It kind of defines who you are, what your goals are, where you're headed, what you want out of life. And interview kind of brings up all those feelings. You start thinking about that, and start thinking about what type of person you are. A lot of the questions are personality based, like what would you say is your biggest strength, biggest weakness, things like that. So really important things to know about yourself. Those two questions are probably the ones that you want to make sure you have a good answer for before you go to an interview. Because it's hard. I mean, strengths, yeah, usually people can tell their strengths pretty easily. You're all pumped up to tell somebody what you're good at, what you excel at. But then when it comes to, they ask you what your biggest weakness is, and you don't want to sound like a weak person, but everybody has them, so you're forced to come up with something and be honest with yourself. So one of my biggest, I don't even know if you would call it a weakness, just but I don't have a lot of sympathy for people, considering the things that I've been through, the things that I've gone through, whether it's just in my personal life, growing up. There was a little bit of roughness in my childhood, things I had to overcome. I'm sure not terribly harder than anybody else's. Everybody has their own issues that they went through or things that they had to overcome. So that's not a battle I want to win. I know I've been in groups of people who would just sit around and argue over who had the worst life. What a waste of time that is. Where are you going now? That's all we want to know. You know what I mean? That's all I'm concerned with. Anyway, so yeah, being sympathetic to people who like to complain or be lazy or whine about what they don't have or what they could have or where they could be right now had they done something different. So that was my answer to the weakness question. I don't have a lot of sympathy when it comes to stuff like that. People whining, complaining, do something about it. If you want something, go get it. If you don't like something about your life, change it. And it's one of the things I'm trying to do with this video series, is document my journey of changing my life, because I didn't like exactly where it was at. I didn't like where I saw it going, and now I'm on the path to go exactly where it is I want to go and succeed. So ever want to seriously examine your life, go to a job interview. Just makes you really look at goals and what type of person you are, and your strengths and weaknesses, and how to improve on them. So, obviously, my strengths are the name of my channel, ambition. Very ambitious person, very driven person. I have specific goals that I want to achieve, and I have no doubt in my mind that I'll achieve them. I want to make a video later about patience as well in fitness and bodybuilding, because it's something that came up today when working with one of my clients. People get discouraged, and this has always been a thing with in the fitness industry. Training people or trainers themselves have a problem with not getting results as quickly as they would like, and it's demotivating. But like I said, I'll make another video about that, my thoughts on that, here soon in the next day or so. Get that up on the channel. But I wanted to update you guys about still in the interview process. Should find out within a week or so whether I'll have a follow-up interview or orientation or whatever the next step is that they take. But it's a very physical job. Pretty pumped about that because my last job was too, and that just means that I get to eat a shit ton of food and still get shredded when it comes time to get ready for a show. So love that. And also I'm bulking right now, I'm growing, so I get to eat not just a surplus of food, but an incredible surplus of food. And I love food, guys. I'm still a fat boy at heart. I love food. With that being said, that is the current update of my journey to success in the fitness industry, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Later.